We welcome you to beautiful Veterans Field here in Chatham, Massachusetts, as for the first time this summer, your Whitey Red Sox take on the Chatham Anglers in the blue-fenced beauty of a ballpark that we now reside in. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez here at Veterans Field as we get set for baseball between two Eastern Division rivals at Veterans Field. Carlo, for the Red Sox, a loss yesterday. They broke up a 5-game losing streak. The Katuitt Kettleers downing the Red Sox 4-1 at Red Wilson Field. A rough offensive day for a Red Sox team that scored their lone run on a solo homer, mustered only 5 hits, 4 of them singles beyond that home run. Christian Little and Kenya Huggins combined to shut the Red Sox down in addition to 3 other relievers, but it was those two who were the bulk for Mike Roberts' Katuitt squad. Today against the soft-tossing left-hander out of NC State, Chris Villeman, what are the Red Sox looking to change?
Yeah, today it's going to have to be moving guys around the base paths. YD in 5 innings yesterday had the leadoff hitter reach and left them stranded at first base. Despite having all those struggles offensively, they did have the tying run at the plate multiple times all through last night, and so you have to move guys around if you are the Red Sox.
And on the other side, you can complain all you want about how the Red Sox swung the bat yesterday, but frankly, I don't think they have much ground to stand on in comparison to this Chatham Anglers team that last night at Eldridge Park in Orleans was no hit by the Firebirds. 3 pitchers for the Firebirds combined to keep the Anglers out of the hit column, and a Chatham team that is 4-10-2 coming into this one. It's a rather unique circumstance because you're not going to get hit or a no-hit every single game, but Tom Holliday had a long chat with his team before this game. Carlo, how do you bounce back from a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, these guys are just going to be looking for a base runner through the first 6 innings. Bryce Werewicker was fantastic, perfect through the first 6. And I think for YD, or for this Chatham team, it just comes down to not trying to do too much in the batter's box. You're not going to score 5 runs with one batter, just looking to get on base. And you know that first hit is going to mean a lot more for this team tonight than maybe it would in a regular game.
All right, we'll pause for a national anthem and come back and give you your starting lineups here at Veterans Field. First pitch coming up here at Chatham in just a few minutes. We'll be right back on the Whitey Red Sox Baseball Network. Let's do it here at Veterans Field. Red Sox and Anglers getting set for the second of 6 between these two cross-divisional rivals as the Eastern Division leading Whitey Red Sox take on the cellar-dwelling Chatham Anglers. Red Sox coming into this one at 9-5-2. The Anglers hosting them at 4-10-2. Have won just once in their last 7 tries. It's the left-hander Chris Villeman who's walking out towards the mound to take on a Red Sox team looking to rebound after a loss last night against Cotuit. Here's the lineup for your Red Sox. It goes as follows. Luke Schliger will catch and lead off. Hunter Haas plays third, bats second for the first time this season. Chase Mydroth bats third. He plays second base. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Caden Connor, followed by Cole Carrig, the shortstop, who bats fifth. Mike Bovey bats sixth and will DH today. And Jack Costello will play left and bats seventh. Jordan Thompson plays right, bats eighth. Homer Bush rounds out the lineup in center field. The defense around the infield and outfield for Chris Villeman is Caden Grice at first, Rock Riggio at second. Marcus Brown plays short. Adonis Herrera will play third. Guy Garibay plays left. Jake DeLeo plays center. Matt Hogan plays right. And Dominic Temez will call the balls and strikes for Villeman. Villeman faces the Red Sox for the second time this season. That was his last outing back on June the 24th. Overall, he's appeared 3 times for this Anglers team, pitching to a 2.61 ERA across 10 1/3 innings. He's only struck out 7, has also walked 7, and has also given up 7 hits, 777s across the board. That's got to be lucky for one of these two sides in this one. Against the Red Sox back at Red Wilson Field on the 24th, he allowed 2 runs and 5 hits over 4 innings, took a no decision.
Leading off for YD, the catcher from the University of Maryland.
72 degrees, clear skies, sun setting over the left field foul pole as we get started here. The Red Sox in their standard road reds with Whitey on the chest, outlined in white with blue lettering in navy and white pants. The Anglers in their white pinstriped home unis with blue lettering. First pitch home to Luke Schliger is high for ball 1, 92 miles an hour from Chris Villeman, about where he'll top out. Villeman out of NC State. All ACC third-team selection this year. This will be his final start for these Anglers. 1-0 to Schliger, misses well high again. Schliger back in the lineup after getting the day off yesterday against Cotuit. Fernando Gonzalez got the start against the Kettleers. Luke's back in the lineup today. 2-0 is lifted towards left center. Garibay barely has to move, and he makes this catch head high, and that's how this one starts.
The third baseman from Arizona State, number 2, Hunter Haas.
And now Hunter Haas will take the swings with 1 out, nobody on. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez taking you through this one, as we are perched right next to the Anglers press box, just to the left of home plate. First pitch to Hunter Haas, a changeup that drops on the outside corner, strike 1. Haas comes in, a .314 hitter, had a pair of hits yesterday against Cotuit. 2 of the Red Sox 5 hits, both were singles. 0-1 is cut on and fouled back softly to the screen. Quick no balls and 2 strikes count on the right-hand hitting Haas, who is swinging the bat much better. We were talking to Hunter around the batting cages pregame. 0-2. Looked at for a called strike 3 on the outside corner, another off-speed pitch. So Haas, despite having hit 6 for 11 coming into this game, is a strikeout victim on 3 pitches. First strikeout for Chris Villeman brings up Chase Mydroth with 2 out, nobody on. A nice crowd here at Chatham, our first chance to see this beautiful ballpark this summer. The Anglers routinely get some of the best attendance on Cape Cod, and seems to be the case tonight, especially as we approach July 4th weekend. Peak of tourism season here on Cape Cod. The first pitch to Chase Mydroth misses inside fastball. Mydroth's been swing the bat well. 1-0, strike at the knees, another fastball. 6 for his last 15 over his last 6 games. He homered yesterday for the Red Sox lone run. That was in the first inning against Christian Little. 1-1 from the left-hander is taken away, an off-speed pitch. Soft breeze swings towards right center. The outfield swings towards left center. Against the right hand hitting Mydroth. 2-1 is hitting the air towards right center. Hit pretty well. Back goes Matt Hogan, the right fielder. He calls and makes the one-hand catch above his head to end the inning. A 1-2-3 first inning for Chris Villeman as the Red Sox go in order here in the top half of the first. Grant Taylor heads to the mound to face this Anglers lineup. We'll introduce you to it when we come back in the bottom of the first. T-Mobile is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile believes that when small towns thrive, America thrives. That's why they're investing billions to bring fast, reliable, and affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to find out more. Here in the bottom half of the first in a scoreless game at Veterans Field in Chatham, Massachusetts, the Anglers will come to bat against Grant Taylor, the right-hander out of Washington State University, who appears in his third game for the Red Sox, and it is a rematch of that June 24th game at home against these Anglers, as Taylor and Chris Villeman squared off in that game, a game in which the Red Sox won 3-2. Overall, Taylor pitching to a 3.00 flat ERA in 2 starts, 12 strikeouts over 9 innings, 5 walks, 7 hits. Rock Riggio will lead off against him, get you the rest of the Anglers lineup as he steps into the batter's box. In this first inning, he'll be followed by Jake DeLeo and Marcus Brown. Cleanup hitter is Caden Grice, then Dominic Temez. Rock Riggio, left-hand hitter, first pitch home is swung on and slash foul down the left field line. The 6th hole hitter is the DH Cooper Ingle, followed by the right fielder Matt Hogan. Adonis Herrera bats 8th, he plays third base. Guy Garibay rounds out the Anglers lineup in left field. Rock Riggio leading off for this Chatham lineup. It's been a struggle for Riggio, just 2 out of 33 so far this summer. Here in game 17 of the season for both these squads. 0-1, misses high. Off-speed pitch from Grant Taylor. Taylor, 5-pitch mix, 2 different fastballs, a slider, a change, and a curve. Sit in the low 90s with the fastball. 1-1 to Riggio is fouled back to the net. Count 1-2 on the Oklahoma State infielder. Red Sox on the infield playing Riggio straight up. Riggio with 2 white armbands on his left arm and a white arm sleeve on the right. High socks in blue. Facing a 1-2 from Taylor on its way. Broken bat looper towards second on one hop played by Mydroth. His throw to first is in time. And that's how Grant Taylor's night on the mound gets going. Brings up Jake DeLeo. The defense for the Red Sox behind Grant Taylor is Caden Connor at first, Chase Mydroth at second. Cole Carrick plays short, and Hunter Haas plays third. Left to right in the outfield is Jack Costello, Homer Bush, and Jordan Thompson, with Luke Schliger receiving Taylor behind the mound. Taylor working out of the full windup. Deals the first one home to Jake DeLeo. A breaking ball that drops in strike one outside corner, says Jeff Kinney, calling the balls and strikes tonight. Jeff Merzel umps at first. Mickey Garcia down the third baseline. 0-1 here to DeLeo. Off-speed pitch, this one missed away. DeLeo enters this one a .278 hitter so far this year. A Georgia Tech product. How about the Georgia Tech product we saw yesterday? 1-1 home is popped foul. This one along the right field line. Caden Connor gives it a look. It's out of play. DeLeo teammates with Chandler Simpson, who had 3 more hits yesterday for Cotuit against YD, and comes into this day of action leading Cape Cod in batting average by 100 points. .475 hitter. The next best was Travis Honeyman, hitting .375, exactly 100 points. The lead for Chandler Simpson. Quite the start of the summer for him. 1-2 is slash foul again, right side.
Simpson, a draft-eligible guy, but hasn't been on a whole lot of draft boards, Sam, but that might change the way he's swinging the bat as of late.
With his ability to get his base hits and run, I'm sure someone will take a flyer on him. Got 20 rounds. Team's got to like what they see out of Simpson this summer as DeLeo calls his time. Not a lot of power in that bat. Only 1 home run this year at Georgia Tech, but he can fly, and he puts the bat on the baseball. 1-2 from Taylor. Is poked out towards right center. Bush cutting across. He gets there. Homer Bush flying into the right center field gap, making that play look easy.
Number 62, Marcus Brown.
And Marcus Brown will hit with 2 out and none on. Brown back in the lineup after leaving yesterday's game. A bit of a scare in that one. You mentioned it, Carlo, in the pregame. Bryce Weriker, perfect for Orleans through 6. He departed in the first pitch of Josh Allen, the Orleans reliever, hit Brown on the hand. He left that game, but X-rays negative. He's back in there today. First pitch to him, left-hand hitters. Punch down the left field line, foul, 0-1. Another Oklahoma State product. The entire middle infield for the Anglers today. Both Brown and leadoff hitter Riggio coming out of Oklahoma State. 0-1 to the left-hand hitter. Is down and in for ball 1. 1-1 count on Brown. Comes into this one hitting .239. Just 2 for 15 over his last 5 games. Infield playing him straight up. A little opposite field action in the outfield as the 1-1 is cut on and missed. A curveball from Grant Taylor brings the count to 1-2. Just getting started here at Veterans Field. Sam Lowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez on the call for this one. Red Sox and Anglers, first time these two teams squaring off at Veterans Field. On a 1-2 count, the infield shifts right. Cole Carrick plays behind the bag at second. 1-2. Missed off the inside corner, 91-mile-an-hour fastball from the bearded right-hander out of Washington State. Taylor working from the first base side of the rubber. Taking his sign at the belt as Brown calls time and steps out. If he can reach, Caden Grice would hit. The Anglers looking for an early hit in this game after getting no hit last night in Orleans. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on a slider moving towards his feet. It's boxed around by Luke Schliger, but he applies the tag and sends us along to the second. Each pitcher with a 1-2-3 first. And the second, the middle of the Red Sox order will go to work against Chris Villeman. And we'll take a quick break here on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Red Sox baseball is brought to you by Cape Cod Veterinary Specialists, who offer premier emergency and specialty care for your pet when it matters most. Located in Buzzards Bay and Dennis. Learn more at CapeCodVetSpecialists.com. That's CapeCodVetSpecialists.com. Top of the second here at Veterans Field in a scoreless game. Red Sox coming to bat against the Anglers left-hander Chris Villeman, who worked a 1-2-3 first with a strikeout. Caden Connor, Cole Carrig, and Mike Bovey. 4-5-6 for the Red Sox in this one. First one to Connor, misses high and off speed pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Caden led off yesterday for the Red Sox and took an 0 for 4 against the Kettleers. In the cleanup spot today, 1-0 is high again. A fastball from Villeman. A fastball that the radar gun said was 69 miles an hour. That seems wrong. In any event, a 2-0 count. Here it is upstairs. Another fastball. This one 89 miles an hour. Perhaps a more accurate reading. So a quick 3-0 on Caden Connor, who steps out and gets ready for the next one. Here it comes. Down the middle, a strike. Connor, a .265 hitter. Yesterday, can you believe it, was just the second time all season in which he's gotten into a game and didn't reach base. And a 3-1. Popped foul back over us and over the Anglers press box. Count runs full on Connor. Caden was sent into a spiral today by the news of USC and UCLA potentially joining the Big Ten. He says he feels bad for those players. 3-2 is slash foul the other way. He played with Cal State Fullerton against Michigan State this year in Michigan in the early spring. As Connor broke his bat on that last one, he'll get a new twig before another 3-2 pitch. He said it was about 35 degrees when he played in Michigan this year and does not envy the UCLA and USC baseball players who in 2024 in the Big Ten would have to play a chunk of their games on the eastern half of the country, especially in the early spring in places like Rutgers. 3-2, foul back. So Caden's working a long at bat here.
Sam, I don't think USC or UCLA will be heading out east anytime during the early parts of the season. If anything, everyone in the Big Ten is going to want to come west, where the sun is year-round.
The Trojans and the Bruins might load up their home games in the early part of the season. Another 3-2 is popped up, foul left side, Herrera towards the Anglers' dugout. He will watch it go foul and out of play. And Caden Connor will do it again. Long turn at bat here for Caden. Well, Carlo, you're somewhat of a authority.
Are you going to give me that power?
On the whole USC athletic program. I'm certainly more intelligent on the matter than I am. Another 3-2. In the dirt, skips in for ball 4. So after not reaching yesterday, Caden Connor reaches in his first at-bat today. A leadoff walk for the Red Sox. Cleanup hitter brings up Cole Carrig. First base runner for either side. Villeman threw just 10 pitches in the first inning and throws 9 pitches to the leadoff hitter here in the second. Cole Carrig steps in, switch hitter batting right. Took an 0 for yesterday. First pitch coming home to him, misses high, a fastball. Carrig overall has seen his average dip to .311. Thanks in part to the 0 for yesterday. Had been at .341 coming into the game because he had a 3-hit performance against Harwich the day before. A check on Connor before the 1-0.
I will say one more thing on the Big Ten situation. I asked Luke Schliger how he would feel about going to USC. He said, he'd love it.
I'm sure he would. He's one of those East Coast players. 1-0. Missed away off speed pitch. it's not fun. Having played high school baseball in New Jersey, it's not fun playing in cold weather. So any opportunity to go out west and play amongst the palm trees, I'm sure these players will revel at.
It's a good time. You should come out.
2-0. Ripped foul left side. Heading towards the Anglers. Bullpen down the left field line. 2-1. Carlo, if someone wanted to have me out, I would absolutely come out. It would be my pleasure.
I'd have you out, and you could call 3 innings.
I would do that in a heartbeat. Some good programs out west. I would say Pac-12 programs, but I'm not so sure anymore.
That's a good point.
2-1. At the knees, a fastball from Villeman. Strike 2 on Carrig, who shakes his head and steps out. Borderline pitch there.
You got to have big knees for that one to be at the knees.
Jeff Kinney said it was good enough for a 2-2 count from Villeman. With Connor at first, no out. Another check on Connor before this at-bat continues. Mike Bovey to follow. And then if it gets to him, Jack Costello. Scoreless game here in the top half of the second. We appreciate you joining us here on this Thursday evening. Here's a 2-2. Tap to the right of the mound, off the glove of Villeman into no man's land, and there's no play. Was going to be a difficult play for either Villeman or the second baseman, Rock Riggio. They're going to give it a hit to Cole Carrig. First hit for either side in this game. It went to the first base side of the pitcher's mound. Villeman got to it, but it tipped off the thumb of his glove and slowed down in front of Riggio, and the Red Sox have the first 2 on with nobody out here in the top of the second.
This is where YD struggled to take advantage of opportunities yesterday against Cotuit. Let's see with their first runner in scoring position, they can bring him home.
Mike Bovey, left-hand hitter, steps in. Bovey didn't play yesterday. I'll tell you why in a second. First one home, misses up and in, a fastball. Mike was dealing with a little bit of a back spasm before the game, as Dom Temez, the catcher, will go and chat with the NC State left-hander. But I asked him during batting practice how he was feeling today, and he said he feels great. And clearly good enough to be back in the lineup against the left-hander. Scott Pickler throwing him right back into the fire.
Well, when you have the Cape leader in on-base percentage in your dugout, you want him in the lineup.
Bovey coming into this game, getting on base about 51% of the time, a 509 clip. His last game, he got on base 4 times against Harwich with a single and 3 walks. 1-0, fastball missed away. So a 2-0 count on Bovey. This Red Sox lineup through the early part of the season has been characterized by their unwillingness to chase outside of the strike zone. Luke Schliger, Chase Mydroth, 2 other guys who have been taking a lot of walks in the first half of this summer season. Before a 2-0, Villeman looks back to second.
And that's shown up that they have the least amount of strikeouts on the Cape, despite striking out 8 times yesterday.
The fact that they only struck out 8 times against those electric Cotuit arms says something. 2-0. Fastball misses. No, it's the outside corner. A fastball strike, 2-1.
You have the opposite story on the Chatham side, Sam. They are tied with Falmouth for the most strikeouts by a team.
Something that the Red Sox certainly trying to take advantage of. Red Sox are also one of the best pitching staffs in terms of strikeouts on Cape Cod this summer. 2-1 to Bovey. He squares to bunt and bunts it foul. Left side towards the Chatham dugout. Red Sox, of course, now with 2 of the league leaders in ERA, with 2 guys who have yet to allow a run among the qualifiers. Jared Lyons, Ivan Romero, just 2 of 3 Cape League pitchers with enough innings to qualify for the ERA title who have yet to allow a run. Brian Fitzpatrick of Brewster the other. 2-2 to Bovey. Taken on the outside corner, strike 3 call, the changeup. So after Getting ahead in the count 2-0, Mike Bovee is a looking strikeout victim, and that's the first out here in this top of the second. Connor and Carrick anchored at second and first, and here's Jack Costello.
Just the 5th strikeout this summer for Bovee in 40 at-bats. And we're already seeing a little bit of a wider strike zone from Kinney to begin. The second and third strikes of that at-bat on the outside edge to the lefty.
Before a first one to Costello, another check on Connor at second. The Red Sox don't extend beyond the strike zone, so anything they take, you certainly believe that they believe it's off the plate. But Kinney not agreeing on that 2-2 to Bovee. First one to Costello is fouled back. And an 0-1 count on that tipped fastball. Costello comes in a .238 hitter, but things have perked up a little bit for him. Just 1 for 4 yesterday against Katuitt, but against Harwich the day prior, his first home run of the season, that 3-run home run that helped propel the Red Sox to a 9-0 victory. 0-1, another foul, again, back behind home plate. Quick 0-2 count as Villeman gets ahead of Costello. Right-hand hitter out of the University of San Diego. With Caden Connor at second, Mike Cole Carrick at first. Infield straight up, hoping for a double play ball. 0-2, pulled left side and foul. Costello got ahead of a changeup. Cole Carrick got some steps in there. We'll have to trot back to first base. Jordan Thompson to follow here in the top of the second with 1 out and 2 on. Scoreless game between the Anglers and the Red Sox. Another check on Caden Connor before another 0-2. Outfield playing Jack pretty much straight up in a ballpark that plays a little bit bigger to the right-hand hitters. 340 down the left field line, just 314 down the right field line. 385 to straightaway center. 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3, and Cole Carrick, I don't know where he was going. He's off first base, and they will throw to third to get Caden Connor, who's safe. Well, that worked out for the Red Sox. I'm not sure it was supposed to, because Cole Carrick took an aggressive secondary as Costello swung through strike 3 and didn't even bother trying to go back to first base as Dom Temez threw to first base behind him. Caden Connor followed suit by heading towards third, and Grice threw to third rather than try to get Connor at second, where Connor beat the play. So it'll be second and third with 2 out for the Red Sox and Jordan Thompson, the hitter. And the first one to him is swung on and missed the fastball. It's a big spot for Jordan Thompson, who has struggled of late, just 1 for his last 18. And this, just as it was yesterday, a unique situation for Jordan as the 0-1, a changeup misses low. As his college coach, Jay Jackson, has followed him here. The LSU head baseball coach is in attendance here at Chatham today. He was at Red Wilson Field to watch Christian Little pitch last night. 1-1 to Thompson, changeup, swing and a miss. The count 1-2 on Thompson, who the strikeouts remain an issue for Jordan. The swings and misses have been aplenty for him of late. He had 3 of them yesterday against Katuitt. He has 9 in total in 22 at-bats. 1-2 is roped out towards left, heading down Garibay. It's down in front of him for a base hit. 1 run's home. Here comes Carrick, the throw cut off. A 2-run single for Jordan Thompson. And the Red Sox take advantage of that Chatham defense mistake and plate 2 runs here with 2 out in the second.
Exactly what they needed to do yesterday. They get on the right page here today. Take advantage with runners in scoring position, and a big at-bat there for Jordan Thompson. You mentioned it, Sam. He had been struggling to swing, able to pick up a 2 RBI single in front of his head coach.
And here is Homer Bush Right-hand hitter, first pitch to him. Fastball outside corner strike, 0-1. RBIs number 4 and 5 for Jordan Thompson, whose best swings in the early goings of this season have come against Chatham, as his lone home run came against Villaman. The 0-1, a fastball strike. That was in that 3-2 Red Sox win back on June the 24th at Red Wilson Field. So Thompson getting his success against the NC State left-hander. 0-2 to Bush. Fastball missed off the outside corner, says Jeff Kinney. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So no errors technically in this inning, officially, for the Chatham defense, but that weird rundown play proving to be a mistake. The 1-2 is lifted into shallow right. Out goes the second baseman Riggio to call and catch. And in the inning, a long-turn inning for the Red Sox, and they plate 2 runs on a Jordan Thompson 2 RBI single and move us along to the bottom of the second here at Veterans Field in Chatham. The Red Sox lead the Anglers 2-0.
As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing. From the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more. And Sam, the Whitey Red Sox, currently winning over the Chatham Anglers.
A 2-0 lead for these Red Sox as Grant Taylor will head back to the mound in the second inning. Caden Grice will kick things off for him, followed by Dominic Temez and Cooper Ingle. That's 4 through 6 for Chatham. And their lineup still searching for their first hit in 10 innings after getting no hit against Orleans yesterday. Grice, a big, tall left-hand hitter, stands 6'6" from Clemson. First one home from Grant Taylor is just in off the inside corner. A slider that missed ball 1. Grice mired in an 0 for 9 right now. A 200 hitter overall, a pair of homers, 7 driven in. The 0-1 from Taylor is popped foul back over our heads. Count 1-1. First time these two teams squared off, Grice drove in a run for the Anglers with an RBI double overall in that game. Went 1 for 4. And the 1-1. Breaking ball misses high, a curve. Count goes to 2-1 on Grice. The Red Sox shift the left-handed slugger around towards right with 3 infielders on the right side of the diamond. Hunter Haas, the third baseman, playing alone on the left side. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball blew it by him at 90 miles an hour from Grant Taylor, the bearded right-hander out of Washington State. Grice has prodigious raw power. A left-handed answer in that raw power department to the Red Sox. Luke Franzoni is guys who you expect are capable of damage anytime they're on the batter's box. 2-2 is fouled up the first baseline. But much like Luke Franzoni, the swings and misses an issue for Caden Grice. Has already struck out 22 times in 50 at-bats this season, which for him is more of the same. 97 strikeouts this year with Clemson. That's a program record by more than 20 in a regular season. 2-2. Pulled again up the first baseline, another foul. No Clemson player in the past 2 decades had struck out even 70 times. And again, Grice struck out 97 times this year, which was the second most strikeouts in NCAA baseball. 2-2. Missed high, off-speed pitch that doesn't hit the strike zone. Count runs full on Grice. Grice overall ran a strikeout rate of about 43%. But when he connects, it tends to go a long way. Facing now a 3-2. Here it comes. And it's just in off the inside corner. Another slider that Taylor couldn't grab the edge on. It's a walk to Caden Grice, first base runner for the Anglers. So no base hit yet, but traffic aboard for them, something that, again, they didn't have a base runner last night until the 7th inning. Here getting one to lead off the second. Dominic Temez will hit with Grice on at first base, and nobody out here. Red Sox leading 2-0, home half of the second. First one to Temez, right-hand hitter, taking high a fastball. Temez comes in a 200 hitter, 6 of 30, with a pair of doubles and 3 driven in. Rocking a mini 3-game hitting streak coming into this one with singular hits in each of his last 3 games. And a 1-0 to the catcher. It misses low a fastball. Quickly 2-0, and Red Sox pitching coach John Raiola doesn't want this trend to continue after the leadoff walk. He goes out and will chat with his tall right-hander along with Luke Schliger. A little meeting on the mound here.
You rarely see a pitching coach come out mid at bat, 2 balls and no strikes to count, unless he really sees something he thinks urgently needs to be fixed. And so Raiola must see something he really doesn't like. 2 guys with great beards meeting together. A lot of great facial hair in that mound visit. And Luke Schliger's mustache.
It's pretty elite stuff. Both Raiola and Taylor have excellent dark jet black beards. And 2-0 here is a slider, outside corner strike. There was a good one from Taylor, so whatever Raiola told him worked on that pitch. You're right, Carlo, especially in this situation early in this game after just a leadoff walk. Don't often see a pitching coach come out and chat with his starter, much less the way he did. Raiola practically sprinted to the mound. Here's a 2-1. Is fouled off, right side of fastball. Count runs to 2-2 on Temez, the catcher out of Alabama. Wonder if we see Dylan Ray in this game. Pitcher that Temez has caught before. He's been an outstanding member of the Red Sox contingent of bullpen arms. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. High fastball. Temez down swinging. That's the first out here in the bottom of the second. Grice anchored at first after his walk, and Cooper Ingle, the hitter. Designated hitter for the Anglers out of Clemson with his teammate in 2 respects of the definition on at first.
They're extra teammates.
It's got to be fun playing summer ball with teammates. Both Clemson Tigers at first base and at home plate here. First one to Ingle. Left-hand hitter takes a strike.
You'd imagine if you're Clemson, you love that your middle of the infield is hanging out year-round. Chemistry probably increases throughout the summer. Take that into the fall.
Ingle just a 194 hitter in the early parts of the summer. 0-1. This foul tipped back to the screen. Count 0-2 on Engel, who's rocking a 2 out of 13 over his last week's worth of games. Engel, a guy who is a catcher predominantly, but won't be catching for Chatham at least for another few weeks, thanks to an injury. 0-2. Missed fastball just off the outside corner. The count runs to 1-2 on Engel. It's an elbow issue for Engel that has kept him to mostly a DH role with the Anglers, but Tom Holliday expects to have him behind the plate at some point in this season. 1-2 from Taylor. In the dirt, skips away from Schliger. He doesn't see it, and up to second goes Grice. He had a good read on that one. On a back foot slider that only trickled a few feet away from Luke Schliger, but took him a while to find that one. So a runner on second for Chatham with one out here in the bottom of the second. Count 2-2 on Cooper Engel. After the wild pitch, Taylor having to contend with his first runner in scoring position. He brings the 2-2 home. Upstairs, a fastball. The count runs full here. The Red Sox have Engel shifted slightly towards right on the infield, mostly just in the second base position. Chase Meidroth has feet on grass in shallow right. The outfield is swung around towards left to the opposite field. And here's the full count delivery, and it's fouled off right side towards the Red Sox dugout. Remains 3-2 on Engel, with Matt Hogan, the right fielder out of South Carolina, to follow. The left side of the Red Sox infield playing pretty much straight up. Cole Carrig holding the runner on at second. And another 3-2 is low for ball 4. Fastball that Taylor missed down and in with. Second walk of the inning for Chatham. And some traffic for Taylor to contend with. With one out, Matt Hogan, another left-hand hitter, will step in. Hogan, a slow start to his summer. Just a 115 hitter. 3 for 26. The Anglers come in as one of the struggling offenses here on Cape Cod. A few teams have gotten off to awfully slow starts. And the Gamecock calls time as Taylor fires the fastball home, but no pitch there as Jeff Kinney granted the timeout call. So no pitch there. Grant Taylor threw it about as hard as he's thrown a pitch tonight at 92 miles an hour. Infield straight up against the left-hand hitter. Back in the center, hoping for two. First one is fouled back. Grice walked. He advanced to second on a wild pitch. And with one out, Cooper Engel joined him on the base paths with a walk of his own. Big spot in this early game. The Red Sox got Grant Taylor 2 runs in the top of the second. The Anglers threatening here, 0-1. Check swing, he went. Slider running towards his feet for strike 2. Good pitch there by Taylor. Count 0-2 on a very crisp, mild night at Veterans Field. Started about 72 degrees here at game time, but about 45 minutes into this one, we've dropped below 70. Still some sun in the sky over the tree line in left, but the sun low in the sky, and as the batter calls time and steps out before an 0-2. The field starting to be illuminated by the light stanchions. Taylor checks back to second, no throw. Adonis Herrera, the on-deck hitter, a right-handed hitter. Before an 0-2 here by Grant Taylor with 2 on, 1 out. 0-2 to Hogan. Check swing, he went around on a fastball. That's 2 weak cuts and misses in that at bat for Matt Hogan. He's a strikeout victim. That's the second out here in the second. And Adonis Herrera will hit with 2 on and 2 out. Herrera out of JUCO, Western Oklahoma State. Led his school in hits, doubles, RBIs, and was second on his team in average. Overall, a 403 hitter. Can you imagine a 403 hitter not leading his team in average? First one to him. Fouled off at the plate.
Only if Chandler Simpson was on it.
Or the outstanding NAIA player that we saw who plays his games in Oklahoma who hit over 500.
Ryan McCarty.
McCarty was the D3 one. There was the NAIA kid.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting my non-D1 kids confused.
0-1. Slider strike. Outside corner. It's Cross Factor with Falmouth.
How did I forget Cross Factor,
How can
Sam?
we forget the best name on Cape Cod this summer?
I'm ashamed. Cross Factor. Not Cross Multiply.
I prefer long division. Taylor's got his sign, and 0-2 to Herrera. Upstairs a fastball. Count 1 and 2. If Herrera can find his way aboard, Guy Garibay will hit. Chatham just a 162 team batting average with runners in scoring position. That hasn't gotten it done for them this year. They won just 4 of their first 16 games. 1-2. Upstairs, a fastball again. Taylor missing up. Count 2 and 2. Taylor appearing in a long hold, trying to get on the same page with Luke Schliger. He's got his sign. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the 2-2. Slider just missed. No, it didn't. The late strike 3 call by Jeff Kinney. That retires the side. He said it caught the corner, and that sets aside the Anglers in the second. 2 walks left aboard for the A's here in the bottom of the second. On to the third we go at Veterans Field. The Red Sox lead the Anglers 2-0. Red Sox baseball brought to you by Captain Parker's Pub over in West Yarmouth on Route 28, who give a salute to the Cape Cod Baseball League, especially to the young players who have dedicated so much time and effort to America's pastime. Join them for lunch or dinner or just a bowl of their world-famous clam chowder. Captain Parker's easy to find, but awfully hard to lead. Top of the order for the Red Sox as they lead 2-0 here in the third. The first pitch to Luke Schliger is an off-speed pitch that skips to the backstop, ball one. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez here in the top of this third frame. Beeman back to work, and the 0-1 is lifted into center. It's going to drop in front of Jake DeLeo, a base hit for Luke Schliger. It's a good piece of hitting for Luke, who came into this one just a 185 hitter. But he'll probably get that back up above 200 with a leadoff single to get things going in the third. Red Sox got a pair in the top of the second on a Jordan Thompson 2-run single. And that's more or less where we stand. Grant Taylor has struck out 4 through the first 2 for the Red Sox and stranded 2 walks in the base paths last inning. First one home to Hunter Haas is swung on and fouled back. No balls and a strike to Haas, who took a called third strike his first time. First time through the order, Chris Villeman has struck out 3, but he has given up now 3 hits and 2 runs. NC State left-hander facing the Red Sox for the second time this season and the last time this season. The 0-1 is swung on and missed by Haas, a fastball. This is Villeman's last start in the Chatham Blue. As it appears that this start will push him towards his innings limit and finish him off for the summer. 0-2 is popped up right side of the infield. Riggio calling all the way. And he makes the catch two-handed. That's the first out. And back to first goes Schliger. Brings up Chase Mydroth with 1 out. Mydroth lifted a fly ball to right center. Back in the first, 0 for 1. Sun now below the tree line here at Veterans Field. No real breeze at the moment. The flag's quiet in center and in right. First one to Mydroth, a fastball that hits the knees, 0-1. Beautiful backdrop for baseball with the scoreboard and straightaway left. 0-1. Mydroth takes an outside corner strike. A little bend in his knees as that one was called by Jeff Kinney. Another hitter in this game who seems to taken a gripe up with Kinney over his strike zone. The tree line behind the scoreboard in left and in right. The berm below the street. 0-2 is cut on and foul tipped into the glove of Temez for strike 3. Mydroth swinging and missing at a fastball away. And there's the effect of that extended strike zone by Kinney. As Mydroth on the previous pitch took a fastball away that he thought was a ball. Kinney called it a strike. And Villeman just going a little further off the plate, and because of the extended strike zone, Mydroth having to offer at it and swinging and missing for strike 3. Fourth strikeout for Villeman. First one to Caden Connor now is up and in, a fastball that bends Connor back.
And you got to give credit to this Chatham pitching staff, Sam. They do lead the Cape in strikeouts thrown as a pitching staff, despite, as a batting group, struggling in the box.
Villeman's had that strikeout pitch working with 4 through the first 2 2/3. 1-0 to Connor. Fastball misses low. Caden took a walk his first time. Now ahead 2-0 in this at-bat. Trying to stretch this inning for Cole Carrig, with Schliger on at first and 2 out. And ultimately, the Red Sox trying to extend an early lead here in Chatham. 2-0 here is taking a strike. Fastball outside corner to the left-hand hitting Connor. Some light tossing by a left-hander in the Chatham bullpen. He's got no jersey on, so couldn't tell you who. Just a t-shirt appears, but try to work that out for you. 2-1 is lifted, foul, left side. It'll get out of play. So the count 2-2 on Caden Connor with a really nice crowd amassing here at Veterans Field. The stands behind home plate pretty much full up in front of us, down the third baseline as well. Lots of fans on that hill in right center. Runner going on the 2-2. It misses down and away. Throw down to second, not in time, and it goes into center field, but backed up nicely by DeLeo. Schliger's not going anywhere. That ball took a wicked hop past the shortstop Marcus Brown, who got low bridged by that hop and watched it go past him into center. So Schliger steals the bag. That's his second stolen base of the season. And he'll be on at second with 2 out and a full count to Caden Connor.
And he's going to be running.
Infield playing the left-hand hitter straight up. 3-2 home is taken. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Got him with a fastball. Caden takes a called third strike. A pair of Ks in this top of the third. And his 5th overall through 3 frames. The Red Sox will try to protect a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the third when we come back. Red Sox baseball is brought to you by MP Sports Cards. MP Sports Cards is proud to sponsor the kids' baseball clinics. If you're a sports card collector, be sure to stop by and check out the latest releases, graded card supplies, and more. A local favorite for hobby enthusiasts across Massachusetts, and of course, your Cape Cod Baseball League. Stop into their store and mention code Red Sox to get 1 free pack of Topps 2022 baseball updates with any purchase. Some exclusions apply. Visit at 71 Main Street in Carver, Mass, or online at mpsportscards.com. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez here in the bottom of the third at Veterans Field on a beautiful night for baseball. The Red Sox with a beautiful 2-0 lead for Grant Taylor, who has looked pretty good. He struck out the side in the second around a pair of walks, stranded both of those. Has yet to allow a hit through the first 2 in Wall on a normal night. I would say the third inning is a little too early for looking at that hit column. The Chatham Anglers were no hit last night. The first pitch to Guy Garibay, put up in the inner right field. Jack Costello just watching this. Forget it. And there's the first hit for the Anglers. The Anglers on the board as Guy Garibay hits his first home run of the season, ambushing Grant Taylor's first pitch fastball here in the bottom of the third. And shame on me for opening my mouth. The first hit for the Anglers since Tuesday.
And their first run in 2 games. Shutout in back-to-back contests. Chatham on the board. Maybe that sparks this offense that has been struggling to find a rhythm.
It took 8 hitters, but a hit, a run, all in one swing on one pitch. The first one to Rock Riggio, he swings and lifts it foul back behind home plate. By the way, I think we were given an incorrect lineup card before this one. We were told that Jordan Thompson would play right field and Jack Costello would play left. It's the opposite. It's Jack Costello in right and Thompson in left. 0-1 to Riggio. He squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball.
You know, rights and lefts aren't the easiest for everyone, Sam.
Well, the lineup card that we got pregame had Thompson in right and Costello in left, but the lineup that they post here right to our left has the opposite. That's what clued me in initially. 1-1. Riggio swings, pops it up left side. Hunter Haas, the third baseman, in foul territory. Right along the fence, he makes the catch. Right along the netting that separates the field of play from the fans. Haas makes the catch for the first out. Nice play by Haas, who's getting his first start at third base this season. Brings Jake DeLeo to the plate, who will step out and take a practice swing before he gets in the box against Grant Taylor. DeLeo lifted a line out towards right center his first time. Got him playing towards left center. And the first pitch put up in the air to center. Homer Bush started back now in, and again, plenty of time to squeeze it for the second out.
Now batting for the Anglers, the shortstop from Oklahoma State, number 62, Marcus Brown.
So a couple of quick outs after the homer. And here is the shortstop, Marcus Brown. Swung through strike three his first time through. So the Anglers, second time through this order, really starting with Garibay, the 9-hole hitter, employing an ambush offense, in which they're swinging earlier in the count against Grant Taylor. A couple of quick outs after the first pitch homer. First one home to Wilson. A slider drops in strike one.
And a good adjustment there by Taylor. Sees they're swinging early, so he's going to work them backwards.
We'll see how he continues this sequence to the left-hand hitting Brown. Taylor brings an 0-1. Is swung on, lifted along the left field line. Thompson moving over towards the line. He makes the catch and ends the inning. Quick inning for Grant Taylor. It started with a bang, though. Guy Garabay's first home run of the season. The first hit for the Anglers in about 2 days. Gets them on the board in this one. On to the middle innings we go. Carlo will take you through the 4th, 5th, and 6th as the Red Sox lead 2-1 here at Veterans Field. Red Sox baseball brought to you by the Salty Dog Realty Group. Hey, Sox fans, have you ever thought about buying or selling a home? Emily Szymanski of the Salty Dog Group is your pet-friendly neighborhood realtor. As part of the team at the Keller Williams Realty Group of Cape Cod and the Islands, Emily is your go-to resource for home buying and selling. Call Emily Szymanski at 508-221-0196 or visit thesaltydoggroup.kw.com. That's thesaltydoggroup.kw.com. Carlo, why don't you take the reins here as we head to the 4th?
Thank you so much, Sam Lebowitz. 2-1. The YD Red Sox lead the Chatham Anglers in their first trip to beautiful Veterans Field here on Cape Cod as these two teams face off for the second time. A close one last time and a close one here through 3. YD winning 3-2 at Red Wilson. Colt Gehrig begins us, the switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Villeman in the top of the 4th. Gehrig in a little bit of a slump after starting the season scorching hot, but picked up a single back in the second. First pitch to him. And he takes a changeup on the outer edge. The count, no balls and 1 strike. An absolutely gorgeous day here at Chatham. Sun setting behind the trees and left. Here's an 0-1. Gehrig checks his swing and takes the ball in the dirt. Did he go? First base umpire Jeff Merzel says no to home plate umpire Jeff Kinney. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody out. Villeman from the top of the glove, the 1-1. And Gehrig shows bunt, bunts it straight back and foul. Cole trying to catch Chatham off guard, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-1, YD leads. Carried one of those runs. One, two down the hill. Carrick looks at a fastball away. 90 on the radar gun. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cole, who was rocking the no-show socks in batting practice today. 2-2. And he takes a fastball well above the zone, right back towards YD superfan Gary. And the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The only guy in BP wearing the low socks, Cole, not in favor of getting a tan line, Sam. Here's a 3-2. Carrick looks at ball 4 away. As Cole Carrick earns himself a walk, second time tonight. Carrick reaches, and a leadoff walk to begin the top of the 4th. The last time YD worked a leadoff walk tonight, they picked up 2 runs, and Mike Bovee looking to replicate that. The left-handed batter digs in with nobody out and 1 on. 2-1, YD leads Chatham. A fantastic crowd here. It's standing room only by us to the right of the press box. First pitch to Bovee, and he swings and pops one up on the infield towards the right side. The first baseman, Grice, is there. All 6 of them on the infield grass. He makes the letters high catch. Bovee retired on 1 pitch.
Pretty smart by Ronk Riggio not trying to catch that baseball, because in the event of a miscommunication between the two of them, I'm not sure that the 5'9" Riggio would have been able to reach towards the ball with the 6'6" Caden Grice standing next to him.
It's almost like getting dunked on. You just don't jump. Get out of the way. 1 out, 1 on. 2-1, YD leads Chatham in the top of the 4th. Here's the righty, Jack Costello. Throw back to first. Carrick back on a head first slide. Cole involved in that odd play back in the second, in which he was at first, and at second was Caden Connor. Carrick started running, but Connor did not. Somehow, YD had both their guys reach safely. First pitch to Costello. He swings and fouls one straight back towards the parking lot. In the count, no balls and 1 strike to him. About 72 degrees and gorgeous night for baseball. Fire station out and right over the berm. The flag flowing gently in center. Streaks of clouds across the blue sky here at Chatham. Runner goes 0-1, fastball low. Throw from Temez onto second, goes into the outfield. Safe is Carrick on the stolen base. Unable to glove it at short was Brown. Not sure would have gotten there in time anyway. And a stolen base for Cole Carrick moves him into scoring position with 1 out. 1 ball and 1 strike. That fastball was low. That is the 7th stolen base of the summer for Cole Carrick. And we've seen Scott Pickler steal third. Let's see if he runs again against Temez. A healthy lead at second. And they got him off the bag. Throw on to second. Coming in is Brown. Throws to third. It goes away from the third baseman, Herrera. Rounding third. Coming home is Carrick. He slides and scores. Cole Carrick causes chaos on the base pass and comes home. It's 3-1. YD over Chatham. They got him off the base pass, and the throw was wide of third. Herrera didn't have a shot as it went into the front of the dugout for Chatham. And Carrick, with all his speed, stumbled in. It goes as an E2 on Riggio. And everybody on the infield now meeting. Dominic Temez imploring his guys. 3-1, YD leads Chatham. E4, excuse me.
Scoreboard put up an E2, but that doesn't make any sense because the catcher Temez never got his hands on that baseball.
Get him any way you could take him. A Chatham team, Sam, that has only committed 4 errors all summer. As here's the 1-1 to Costello, a fastball at the knees for strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That their 5th, and really an error earlier when they caught Carrick off the bag in the second. 1-2, bounces in the dirt.
We've talked about this pretty much all season with the Red Sox, is that when they win games, it's not just the pitching or timely offense, but it's taking advantage of mistakes, and that's what they've done tonight.
2-2, Costello bounces one on 2 hops to the shortstop Brown. He gloves it letters high, guns to first. Costello retired. There's 2 away in the top of the 4th.
The left fielder, number 11.
Cole Carrick Sam has been caught off the base paths twice, and he has eluded Chatham 2 times. 3-1, YD leads here at Veterans Field in the top of the 4th. And here's the right-handed bat of Jordan Thompson with a 2 RBI single his last time up. Thompson has 5 RBIs on the summer. 4 of them have come against Chatham. First pitch to the righty is a fastball down Broadway. No balls and 1 strike.
Let's put it plainly. Both times Carrick got caught off the base paths. Both times he's reached base. Those are outs you got to get if you're Chatham. The Red Sox have scored all their runs off the following plays.
0-1 spiked in the dirt on the changeup. Count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Thompson's single probably only scores 1 if not for that weird play because there only would have been 1 guy in scoring position.
1-1. Thompson hits one off the end of the bat down the right field line towards the packed playground here at Veterans Field. Similar to Brewster, there's a playground near the ballpark, and it's the place to be if you're under the age of 13.
Really a perfect downtown setting.
1-2. Thompson swings and uppercuts one left side of the infield. The shortstop Brown is there. In the dirt, he reaches up with a glove and makes the catch head high. 1 walk. Cole Carrick steals second, comes home on a throwing error from the second baseman Riggio. And YD takes a free run. It's 3-1. The Red Sox lead the Chatham Anglers. Bottom of the 4th. Coming your way. Red Shirt Fridays is a national program created to acknowledge and honor and support our troops and first responders who put themselves in harm's way to defend our freedom. In support of this program, the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox and all Cape League teams will be wearing a specially designed red jersey every single Friday. This weekly celebration of Red Shirt Fridays is sponsored by Zephyr Hats, Massachusetts State Lottery, and OT Sports. Support our troops and first responders and joining us by wearing red every Friday. We welcome you back to the bottom of the 4th inning here in glorious Veterans Field as a small plane flies overhead on a beautiful night in Chatham, Massachusetts. The YD Red Sox lead the Chatham Anglers by a score of 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. As the sun sets behind the tree line in left and fans fill up the berm in right and center with their blankets, the flag stoic in center. One of the best environments on Cape, and YD getting their first taste of what baseball is like in Chatham. Leading things off, it's Caden Grice, the left-handed batter, facing Grant Taylor, who begins his 4th inning of work. Grice walked his first time up on a full count offering. Taylor kicks and deals. Fastball, swing and a miss. And the count, no balls and 1 strike.
Beautiful night in Chatham. Has me feeling like Freddie Prinze Jr.
I gotcha.
Only the real ones know.
I haven't seen the movie. Shift is on here for Grice. Over to the right of the infield. 0-1 from Taylor. And he swings and nubs one just above his dugout. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes quickly. The shortstop, Cole Carrick, playing behind second base, and in the gap at second is the second baseman, Mydra. The Clemson Tiger looks towards the Washington State Cougar. 0-2 down the hill from Taylor. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him, and Grant Taylor picks up strikeout number 5 to begin the 4th. Up comes Dominic Temez. 1 out, 3-1, YD leads Chatham. Temez is a returning angler. He has spent more years here with Chatham than he has at Alabama, a transfer this past season. Right-handed batter rests the bat on his right shoulder with the bases empty and 1 away, and now calls for time. Temez played 21 games with the Anglers a season ago, was just 4 for 43. So far this summer, he's 6 for 30. Opening offering Big curveball catches the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Temez struck out swinging his last time up in the second. Was at McLean Community College 2 years ago where he won a JUCO World Series. First time McLean won in 17 seasons. Here's an 0-1 from Taylor. Swing and a miss on the changeup. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Replace Sean Prater at Alabama, who had been there for 4 seasons, was a first-team All-SEC catcher and drafted in the 6th round. Big shoes to fill for Dom Temez. Here comes the 0-2. And he looks at a fastball upstairs. The count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, but he did a pretty good job of filling those shoes. A guy not many people have heard of in Tuscaloosa. Hit 7 home runs in the fall and was fantastic behind the dish for Alabama. Looking to get aboard here with 1 out and a 3-1 YD lead over Chatham. The 1-2. And he swings and taps one down the third base line, foul. And we'll try it again at a ball and 2 strikes. The lights illuminating Veterans Field. A new scoreboard in left, and the fence a light highlighter blue out across the outfield. 1-2 from Taylor. Just misses below the knees, 90 on the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dominic Temez. Left-handed batter rocking that bright blue bat, Sam, as so many Anglers do. One, two, and he takes a ball in the dirt. The count, 3 balls and 2 strikes, excuse me.
You really do appreciate their ability to color coordinate here at Veterans Field. Obviously, the uniforms that they wear here are mostly white, but the bat, the helmet, even the outfield wall, this pristine Chatham blue.
You know you're at Veterans when you see that blue. Full count with 1 out, bases empty. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a foul straight back towards the parking lot where 5 or 6 kids go leaping for it and sprint down that steep hill. 5 or 6, I should say, 30 to 40. It's a mob, Sam. Don't go running after that ball. 3-1, YD leads Chatham.
This must be one of the shorter fences behind home plate because we've seen a lot of foul balls that reach it over the backstop.
3-2, fastball. At the knees, strike 3 called. A late call from home plate umpire Jeff Kinney, but he rings up Dominic Temez. Second time Temez is struck out. And that is the 6th strikeout for Grant Taylor. So in stands Cooper Engel. Left-handed batter looks on. Here's the first pitch to him. And he swings and misses through a slider. The count, no balls and 1 strike. YD with 2 runs in the second, 1 in the fourth. Chatham's lone run coming on a solo home run from Guy Garibay, the only hit of the night. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Taylor's 0-1. Spiked in the dirt. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. And part of the reason, Sam, that maybe so many more balls are coming over that fence in center is the field is actually sunken in to where we are standing. Ground level looks down on into Veterans Field. Grant Taylor likes the sign, the 1-1. Swinging a foul tap down the first base line on the changeup, and the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Provides us, as the road visitors, the best road angle that we've been able to broadcast the game at rather than being at field level like we normally are. We are up the stairs where these bleachers behind home plate are.
Some of the best hospitality as well. 1-2 from Taylor. And a swing and a looper into left over the head of the third baseman Haas for a base hit. Second hit of the game comes off the bat of Cooper Engel. And a 2-out knock keeps the 4th inning alive. Here's Matt Hogan, the left-handed batter, with 1 on and 2 gone. And Hogan represents the tying run. 3-1, YD leads Chatham.
Cooper Engel went up and got that baseball. That was a shoulder height fastball that he somehow stayed level on and just shot it the other way.
Taylor stares in, no action in that Whitey bullpen. Here's his first pitch to the lefty, and it's a fastball that bounces in. 1 ball and no strikes. July 4th weekend starting to feel like it's Sam. The Cape gets busier day by day. We were in Trader Joe's today. They said it was busy from 8 a.m. and we got there at what, 3?
Thereabouts.
Chaotic.
Even some traffic on our normal routes.
1-0. Curveball misses above the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Taylor went 4 innings in his first outing of the summer, 5 in his second. In both, he faced 20 batters. As Cole Carrig wants to go talk to Grant Taylor atop the mound, the shortstop who's playing over in the shift. Behind second base, comes and gives his 2 cents. They fist bump, and Taylor digs back in. At first is Cooper Engel. 1 stolen base on the summer for him. The tying run at the plate, it's the lefty Matt Hogan. 2 out, 2-0 count. Here comes. Fastball above the zone, gets by the catcher Schliger and goes back to the backstop. On to second goes Engel on the wild pitch. And Chatham with a runner in scoring position now with 2 away. Trying to slice into that 3-1 YD lead. 3 balls and no strikes to Matt Hogan. On deck, Adonis Herrera.
Schliger got a little unlucky there. Just like Bourne, this place has a brick backstop, but it is smaller. It only goes about 2.5, 3 feet off the ground. And that ball perched nicely atop it for Luke Schliger. It didn't bounce back. It actually hit the net and stayed atop that brick siding.
3-0. Fastball high. That's 4 straight balls there. And a walk to Matt Hogan. Grant Taylor struggling with command. And now that bullpen 4YD down the right field line starts to get busy. So here is Adonis Herrera from Western Oklahoma State, who's got hits in 3 of the last 4 games he has played in. 3-1, YD leads Chatham, their first trip to Veterans Field. Trying to bounce back after taking a loss yesterday that ended their 5-game winning streak and hold their top a spot the Eastern Division. 2 on, the go-ahead run at the plate. It's the right-handed bat of Adonis Herrera, the 8-hole hitter. First pitch home. And he takes a changeup low. The count, 1 ball and no strikes. Engel at second, Hogan at first. They represent the tying runs. Chatham offense that was no hit yesterday at Orleans was the first no-hitter that Chatham's been on the wrong side of since 2019. Taylor looks at second, peers in, 1-0. Another ball upstairs on the curveball. That's now 6 straight balls thrown by Grant Taylor. 2 balls and no strikes. Chatham trying to find some offense with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Taylor stares in, the glove tucked against the YD on his red uniform. Right arm dangles by his side as he gets the sign from Luke Schliger. He comes set at the belt, and time is called. Adonis Herrera wants to think things over. Crowd down the left field line and the right field line filling the bleachers. Here's the 2-0, and there is a strike. Top of the zone, 89 on the fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 on and 2 out. Flag quiet in center. There was a light breeze earlier today as the sky turns cyan blue and the clouds with a hint of yellow on them. A latest start on Cape, 7 o'clock first pitch here at Veterans Field. 2-1, no. Taylor looks back towards second, and back on his feet is Cooper Engel. Mentioned that Engel has 1 stolen base on the summer. Hogan does not have a stolen base. Did steal 5 last summer with Chatham. Infield is playing back, especially Cole Carrig and Hunter Haas on the left side, the shortstop and the third baseman. Outfield also playing back. 2-1. Changeup misses high. And the count, 3 balls and a strike with 2 on and 2 out. A go-ahead run at the plate for Chatham. Anglers in their last 10 are just 2-7-1, looking for a big win against the best team in the Eastern Division in the Whitey Red Sox, who currently hold a 3-1 lead. 2 on, 2 out, 3-1. Fastball catches the top of the zone, and the count runs full. The runners will have a head start with 2 away.
Zach Veen is up in the bullpen for the Red Sox. This a really key pitch. Left-hand hitter on deck. John Raiola just kind of gave a speed-up motion down towards the right field line towards Veen.
3-2 with 2 on and 2 out. Grant Taylor deals. Swing and a miss on the fastball. He got him. Chatham gets a hit, a walk, but they leave 2 stranded. No runs come across, and Grant Taylor strikes out the side. That's 7 Ks through 4 frames for the pitcher from Washington State. We'll be right back here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. YD protects the 3-1 lead over the Chatham Anglers. Giordino's Family Restaurant, a Cape Cod tradition. Same family, same location for 52 years. Giordino's is part of a community giving back to many and various organizations. As part of the recognition, a Yarmouth Little League field is named in memory of their dad, who founded the business in 1970. Giordino's is a family-oriented operation serving a wide range menu, sure to please everyone. Give us a try and you will come back. Visit us at 242 Route 28 in West Yarmouth or visit Giordino'sFamilyRestaurant.com. 5th inning coming at you. YD Red Sox lead the Chatham Anglers by a score of 3-1. As YD comes to the plate, it's Homer Bush Jr., Luke Schliger, and Hunter Haas due up for the visitors. 9-1-2. Trying to pick up a win in their first trip to Veterans Field. First pitch to the righty is a changeup that misses low. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Here comes the 1-0. Bush swings and misses at a high fastball, 89 on the radar. Villeman still out there for the Anglers, working into the 5th. 1-1. Swinging a looper off the end of the bat, down the right field line, coming in the right fielder, Hogan, and on the sprint, he makes the catch. There's 1 away. So with 1 on and 1 out, nobody on. 3-1, YD leads Chatham. Here's Luke Schliger, who has singled and stolen a base today. Second stolen base of the summer for Luke. Left-handed batter. Leads things off as he did at Maryland. First pitch, and he checks his swing and goes around. And the count, no balls and 1 strike. It's official. USC and UCLA have joined the Big Ten, so Schliger could be going down south in Southern California as the 0-1 is a changeup that misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He'll be seeing teammate Luke Jewett a lot more often.
1-1. Schliger swings, ropes one into right field. On a line, diving the right fielder Hogan, and a head-first dive. He comes up with the ball. 2 away. Matt Hogan busy in right. And here's Hunter Haas.
The third baseman, number 2, Hunter Haas.
Haas, who was part of the former Pac-12, headed to Texas A&M to be an Aggie next year. 2 outs, base is empty. 3-1, YD leads Chatham. Haas batting out of the 2 spot, the highest he has hit all summer. First pitch is a changeup low. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Talking to Hunter before the game in terms of what's been working for him. Swinging the bat well as of late. 1-0 is a fastball low. 2 balls and no strikes. He's 6 for his last 11. Hunter started the season 5 for 24. Only said it's the first time in over a year he's hitting consistently. At Arizona State this last spring, dealt with a rotator cuff injury. 2-0. And he takes a fastball on the outer edge for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. And we're in and out of the lineup as he finally feels comfortable day to day. Nobody on, 2-way. Here's the 2-1. Haas swings and curls one down the right field line, foul.
Chris Villeman is getting the baseball back and getting back on the rubber. He is working as quickly as any pitcher we've seen. He just clocked him at about 9 seconds between pitches.
2-2. Haas rolls one on the ground, left side of the infield. There's the third baseman, Herrera. He gloves it. Throw to first a little high, but not high. Not too high for the 6'6", Caden Grice, who reaches up and snares it above his head. 3 up, 3 down for Villeman in this top of the 5th. We're halfway home here at Veterans Field. Bottom of the 5th inning coming your way. Due up, Guy Garibay, Rock Riggio, and Jake DeLeo for the Chatham Anglers. YD leads 3-1.
And of course, half the money.
Hey, business owners, is your website generating the leads and sales that you want it to? If not, contact Devodime, the official web development company of the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox. Devodime offers a comprehensive website audit that will identify ways to improve your site and increase your ROI. Check out devodime.com. A new pitcher on the mound for the YD Red Sox. As we step into the bottom of the 5th, it is Zach Veen, the lefty from Point Loma. And Sam, while we have a chance, what's going on around the Cape?
Well, Carlo, today the Wareham Gatemen and the Katuah Kettleers are in the bottom of the 6th at Lowell Park. Wareham's leading 5-3. Over in Brewster, Orleans is leading the Whitecaps 5-3 as well. Actually, these are not up-to-date scores. We'll get you the up-to-date scores in just a minute. We're dealing with some Wi-Fi issues at the moment.
Peachy clouds in left here at Veterans Field in the bottom of the 5th. 3-1, YD leads Chatham. It is a baseball sky type of night. Get your phones out and go ahead and tweet with the hashtag because absolutely gorgeous day at Veterans Field. You can smell the popcorn from the Snack Shack and right. Standing room only across the back of Veterans Field. It is absolutely packed. People with their blankets out on the berm and right and center. A great day for baseball. And the YD Red Sox making their first trip to the renowned Veterans Field and trying to come away with a win. Currently leading as Zach Veen steps onto the mound, making his 3rd appearance of the summer. Faces Guy Garibay, who has the biggest hit of the day for Chatham. A home run into right. Well, the first run for this Chatham Anglers team in 20 straight innings. They hadn't scored in back-to-back games. And Zach Veen faces the left-handed batter. Veen sets at the belt. At a Point Loma, he sets, kicks and deals. And a swing and a ground ball right back to him. Veen off the mound to his right, gloves, throws a fastball to first. In time, 1 pitch, 1 out. Veen off to a good start. And there's 1 away in the bottom of the 5th.
The third baseman, the second baseman from Oklahoma State, number 57, Rock Riggio.
Veen in 4 2/3 innings of work this summer has not allowed a run. 4 hits. His last outing came against these Chatham Anglers back on June 24th, where he pitched 3 1/3 and did not allow a run. He faces another left-handed bat. Here's the leadoff hitter, Rock Riggio. 3-1, YD leads Chatham in the bottom of the 5th. Veen with that closed-off stance from the third base side of the rubber deals. And the curveball drops in for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Riggio. The best team in the Eastern Division, the YD Red Sox, trying to get back on track after dropping a game to Katuah yesterday. The best team on Cape. 1 out, nobody on. 0-1 is a slider that misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Riggio still looking for his first hit today. out of Thousand Oaks High School. Southern California guy going against a Southern California pitcher here in Chatham, Massachusetts. 1-1. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Riggio, on going from California to Oklahoma State, said, quote, he's not really a board shorts and flip-flops kind of guy. He's more of a boots and a Wranglers kind of guy. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. A late on the fastball. Second out for Zach Veen. The first strikeout for the reliever.
Now batting for Chatham, the center fielder from Georgia Tech.
And here's Jake DeLeo. And so he heads to Oklahoma State to put on some Wranglers for the Cowboys. 3-1, YD leads Chatham. Bottom 5, 2 outs. The base path's vacant. Here's the right-handed bat of DeLeo. Being a closed-off stance. Exhales, kicks, throws, and the slider misses well inside. 1 ball and no strikes. DeLeo, who hit .286 this past season with Georgia Tech on a similar track this summer, hitting .278. 1-0. And he swings and grounds one to short. Shortstop Cole Carrick takes it on the third hop, throws a bullet to first in time. That retires Jake DeLeo, and Zach Veen off to a good start. 3 up, 3 down. The 5th inning is history here at Veterans Field. We head to the 6th, 3-1. YD leads Chatham. No summer in YD Red Sox Nation would be complete without our youth baseball clinics, where boys and girls ages 5 and up can learn the game of baseball and the importance of sportsmanship. Kids get to master the fundamentals of the game and sharpen their skills in a fun baseball clinic topped by Coach Pickler and the future major leaguers on our roster. For more information, go to ydredsox.com/clinics. This year's youth baseball clinics are proudly sponsored by the Salty Dog Group of Keller Williams, MP Sports Cards, and Giordino's Family Restaurant. The Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox and all the kids, thank you. Carlo Jimenez and Sam Lebowitz back with you here for YD Red Sox baseball as we begin the 6th inning of work. 3-1, YD leads Chatham, and a new pitcher on the mound for the Chatham Anglers. Ben Peterson from Florida Southwestern State gets this ball from Chris Villeman, and the right-handed pitcher takes on this lineup. Peterson rocking that number 1, one of 3 Florida Southwestern pitchers on this team, and he's making his first appearance of the summer, the pitcher from Cary, North Carolina. Added today to this Chatham roster, Peterson to face the 3, 4, 5 hitters of the YD Red Sox. Chase Mydroff begins that as we see what might be. No, that looks like a plane. I thought that was the first star of the night, but in right field, looks like it's moving. Can we pretend that airplane in the night sky like shooting stars? Top of the 6th inning. Here is the right-handed bat of Mydroff. 3-1, YD leads Chatham. Opening offering. Mydroff looks at a fastball at 92 inside as he brings his hands in towards his stomach. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Definitely an airplane now.
It is moving more than any normal star would.
1-0. Mydroff rolls one on the ground sharply past the diving glove of the third baseman Herrera into left field. A base hit. Chase Mydroff with a leadoff single continues to bat well as he gets more comfortable on the Cape. talked to Chase in batting practice about his struggles to begin and now what has been a hot last couple of games. Chase 7 for his last 18. He said he's just getting comfortable, getting back into things after the NCAA tournament and a little bit of a layoff. Caden Connor, a left-handed batter, digs in. 3-1 YD leads with a runner at first. First pitch. Connor takes a strike on the top of the zone. 91 on the fastball, and the count. No balls and 1 strike. Peterson, who had a 3.04 ERA at Florida Southwestern in 26 2/3 innings of work. Looks towards first. Mydroff not a base-stealing threat. 0-1. Caden Connor rolls one into right field, a base hit. Mydroff holds it second, back-to-back singles from the 3-4 hitters for the YD Red Sox. And there's 2 on and nobody out. The makings of a big inning. Here's Cole Carrig.
Well, welcome to Cape Cod for Ben Peterson, greeted rather rudely in this game. A couple of early count swings and early count singles, and he has immediate trouble on the base paths.
Carrig, switch hitter, batting from the left side. We've seen him attempt a bunt so far today. Did not get it down. We'll see if 2 on and nobody out, he tries again. 3-1. YD leads Chatham on a cool and gorgeous night at Veterans Field. First pitch. Carrig swings, pace one up the middle. Unable to backhand it cleanly is the second baseman, Riggio. He has no play anywhere. Carrig beats it out to first, and YD has the bases loaded with nobody out. They mark it as a hit for Cole Carrig, his second of the night, and he reaches now in his 3rd straight at-bat. Cole Carrig swinging the wood well here at Veterans Field, and an opportunity for a big inning, as that is now 3 straight hits allowed by Ben Peterson in his first appearance on Cape.
They changed it to an error, looks like. Just as we mark our scorebooks, they throw it up on the board as an E4 for Riggio. That's a tough play. It was a one-hopper hit pretty hard that handcuffed him. He tried to backhand it and couldn't pick it up cleanly. And if any play that he was going to have, it was going to be at third base because Chase Mydroff actually held up for a little longer than he probably should, but Riggio, none the wiser, didn't make a throw.
Bases full of Red Sox with nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. YD trying to add to their 3-1 lead. Left-handed bat of Bovee, and then is that a balk? Falling off the mound, Peterson just hangs onto the ball, doesn't throw it home, and it is a balk. Mydroff collects the base as he passes go. It's now 4-1 YD leads Chatham. On to third goes Connor, and at second is Carrig. Another free run gifted by the Chatham Anglers.
And this is a near disastrous start to your Cape season for Peterson.
Working from the first base side of the rubber, he kicks and deals. And the left-handed bat of Bovee takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike.
Immediately some stretching in that Chatham bullpen. No one throwing yet, but someone's going to get loose as quick as he can.
Peterson's 0-1. Bovee swings and misses at the changeup, and the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 4-1 now, YD leads. And Peterson loads him up, then box a run home. And Mike Bovee, who leads the Cape in on-base percentage, looking to get aboard. 2 in scoring position, the 0-2. Bovee takes a fastball just away. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the YD dugout screaming to Mike, good eye. Infield is in, all their toes on the infield grass. Outfield straight away as the flag blows quietly in center. Nobody out, 2 in scoring position. Peterson's 1-2. Bovee swings, hits one on the ground. Backhanded by the first baseman, Grice. His only play is to step on the bag at first. Bovee retired. Everybody holds, and the Chatham fans applaud Caden Grice on the nice play at first. That's 1 away in the top of the 6th. And here is Jack Costello. Clouds disappearing as they turn from peach to dark gray. The sun setting in straightaway center. The Chatham fans trying to see if their team can keep this close. 4-1, YD leads. First pitch to the right-handed bat of Costello is a changeup that misses low. The count, 1 ball and no strikes. YD with 2 runs in the second. Chatham picked up a run in the third. The Red Sox got singletons in the 4th and one already in here in the top of the 6th. The 1-0. Fastball misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. First base is open as Carrig sits at second with great speed, and Caden Connor is at third with decent speed. YD has tried one squeeze play before. It didn't work out. We'll see if Pick wants to try it again. 2-0. Costello swings, rolls one on the ground to third. Herrera comes home with the throw. Temez chasing down Caden Connor, the catcher, trying to apply the tag. He eventually does, and on to second goes Jack Costello. So a good job by Caden Connor to run just long enough, Sam, to get Costello all the way to second. Carrig goes to third. There's now 2 outs, and it's up to Jordan Thompson to try to salvage the opportunity for YD. 4-1, the Red Sox lead Chatham.
Same situation that Thompson hit with in the 2nd inning, and he came up big with a 2-run single, looking for the same kind of magic. This would be a tough situation to come away with just 1 gift run for the Red Sox, having the bases loaded, nobody out, with a pitcher on the rocks, especially after the balk. 2 soft groundouts, unable to score so far.
First pitch to Thompson, and he looks at a changeup that misses off the outside. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. 4-1, YD leads Chatham. Jordan Thompson, who has 4 of his 5 RBIs this summer against this Chatham team, trying to do it again. An open stance for the right-handed batter. 1-0. And he swings and sends one into left field, a base hit. Carrig scores. Costello gets the go sign. He rounds third. Throw in from the left fielder. Garibay is to second. It's another 2 RBI single from Jordan Thompson, who now has 4 batted in today. 6-1. YD with a 3 spot in the top of the 6th. Jordan Thompson in front of his LSU head coach, Jay Johnson, swinging well today. He was 1 for his last 18. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Righty Homer Bush looks at a first pitch fastball on the outer edge. No balls and 1 strike. And as you mentioned, Sam, it has not been a nice welcoming to the gate for Ben Peterson. 2 outs, top of the 6th. YD 6, Chatham 1. Here's the 0-1, and Bush swings and misses. No balls and 2 strikes. Flag quiet in center. The Chatham fans still about 1,500 people here. The regular attendance for the Anglers. 0-2. Bush takes one in the dirt. Temez slides to his right and blocks it up the first base line. Thompson holds it first. They count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fans out on the fence in left center and straightaway center with their arms resting on the top of the fence. That's about 7 feet in the air. Here's the 1-2. Bush swings and misses at a high fastball and ends the top of the 6th. YD brings home 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 left on. It is now 6-1. The Red Sox have a commanding lead over the Chatham Anglers. Bottom of the 6th coming your way here at Veterans Field. I'm Carlo Jimenez. That's Sam Lebowitz. We welcome you back to Veterans Field. Bottom of the 6th inning coming your way, where the Whitey Red Sox have a commanding 6-1 lead. And I, in my left hand, have a Dunkin' Donuts gift card. A big thank you to Mr. Lebowitz, Sam's dad, who came and gave us these today. They'll be put in good use.
Well, Carlo, my parents like to tune into the broadcast, and they know that I'm getting you into the coffee game a little bit.
That's right, that's right.
You've tried some coffee orders of mine, some beverages of mine that I, caffeinated coffee beverages that I like to try. And my parents, having listened to us, are aware of that. And they're on Cape this week. This is their third game in 3 days of the Red Sox that they've attended. And my dad dropped off a couple of Dunkin' gift cards to us right as we were starting our open. And I know that the two of us will put them to good use.
Thank you, Mr. Lebowitz. Zach Veen out there for his second inning of work. It's the bottom of the 6th. Here's the lefty, Marcus Brown. Lefty on lefty, opening offering. Check swing. Did Brown go? He did, according to home plate umpire Jeff Kinney. Count, no balls and 1 strike. The Red Sox with 3 runs in the top of the 6th inning to take the 5-run lead, and the Chatham Anglers in the hole. Marcus Brown out of Oklahoma State hitting .239 coming into today. So far he's 0 for 2. Just 2 hits for Chatham. 0-1 from Veen. Slider paints the outside edge. No balls and 2 strikes. Marcus Brown was one of 2 Oklahoma State Cowboys to play in every single game this past spring. Had one of the hotter Aprils in the NCAA. Hit .393. 21 game on base streak. Trying to do that here this summer. Nobody on, nobody out. Here comes an 0-2. Just misses off the outside. 87 on the fastball. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes on a warm and beautiful night at Veterans Field. The sky light blue turning to dark blue. The lights illuminating Veterans Field in Chatham, Massachusetts. 1-2 off the end of the bat and foul, first base side. The count holds it a ball and 2 strikes. And the most fans we've seen at a ball game all summer, Sam. The Chatham fans, it's a very easy spot to get to here in Chatham, just at the end of the downtown. If you walk through all the shops, take a right, here you are. Cape Cod baseball. 1-2. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate. Down goes Marcus Brown. Second strikeout for Zach Veen. And there's one away with the bases cleared. Here's Caden Grice. Grice today with a strikeout and a walk. The left-handed batter who Tom Holliday said we might see pitch this summer. Grice is technically a two-way guy. Shift is on for the lefty with 1 out. 6-1 Whitey leads Chatham. First pitch to him is a changeup at the bottom of the zone. No balls and 1 strike. The shortstop Cole Carrig is to the right of second base. Chase Mydroff might as well be playing right field. He is in deep position for a second baseman, but shallow right towards the line. And while the outfield is swung all the way to the left, here comes an 0-1. Swinging a ground ball towards the hole. Cole Carrig, the shortstop, ranging all the way to his left. He gloves it, and from the normal second base position, throws to first for the out. The shift works, and there's 2 away.
The University of Alabama, number 63, Dominic Temez.
So a 6-3 on the right side, and here's Dominic Temez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Temez, who was a 2019 draft pick by the Mariners in the 35th round, decided to go the JUCO route and is now the starting catcher for the Crimson Tide. 2 out, bases empty. 6-1 Whitey leads Chatham. Right-handed batter looks on. Veen delivers a fastball that misses low. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Temez with that blue bat bouncing off his right shoulder as he looks towards Veen, who's trying to retire 6 in a row to begin his outing. 1-0. Fastball off the helmet of Luke Schliger, who pops up and adjusts his helmet. Hopefully he's all right. And home plate umpire Jeff Kinney will take the long walk out to Veen atop the mound to give Schliger some time. A nice gesture there by the home plate umpire. YD with 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth. The lone run for Chatham coming off the bat of Guy Garibay, a solo shot to begin the third. Just 2 hits today for the Anglers. The bigger number on the board really is the 2 errors. A Chatham team who had 4 errors all summer coming into tonight has half that here at Veterans Field. 1-1. Swinging a foul tap back to the screen. YD superfan Gary is sitting back there, and Sammy didn't even flinch.
Gary Wilson's been around the block. Nothing frightens him when there's a net in front of him on this baseball field.
I mean, he is sitting dead behind home plate. No fear in the eyes of Gary. Base is empty, 2 out, 6-1 YD leads. A 1-2 count. Dom Temez wants a little more time to contemplate this next pitch from Veen. Second time Zach is facing the Anglers, and second time he's found success. Here comes a 1-2. Fastball misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Temez, who was once a Arkansas Razorback his freshman year, during the pandemic-shortened season, played just 8 games and transferred to junior college because of the shortened MLB draft. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball gets him to chase. Temez strikes out for the 3rd time today. That is the 3rd strikeout for Zach Veen, who's worked 6 up, 6 down out of the pen for YD. The Red Sox with a 6-1 lead over the Chatham Anglers. Sam Lebowitz will take us the rest of the way here at Veterans Field. YD on top of the Anglers.
Welcome back to Veterans Field here in beautiful Chatham, Massachusetts, as the Red Sox will look to tack on to a 6-1 lead as we move into the back third of this one. It'll be the top of the order against Ben Peterson, who's out for a second inning after his first inning on Cape Cod was a rather rough one. Schliger steps into the left-hand batter's box, takes a fastball, strike going 1. The Red Sox tallied 3 runs in the 6th inning against Peterson, the tall right-hander out of Florida Southwestern State. 0-1 to Schliger is fought off down the left field line. That ball drops fair. Down the line, Garibay fields. Schliger heads towards second. He dives head first. He's safe. A bloop double for Luke Schliger. He's in scoring position to lead us off here in the 7th inning as the Red Sox look for more. Second hit of the day for Luke Schliger. And his last time up, he was robbed on a diving catch in right field by Matt Hogan. So it could very well be a 3-hit day for the Red Sox catcher. There is a defensive change in the field as Mitchell Daly has come into play second for Rock Riggio. Here in the 7th, Hunter Haas swings at the first pitch, hits it pretty well out to left. Guy Garibay going back, still back. Forget it. Hunter Haas is first of the summer. He clears the left field fence. A 2-run shot.
This game is crazy.
8-1 Red Sox
Oh, God.
here in the 7th.
Whatever happened
They
to
break this one open.
The second baseman, number 14.
And for the former Sun Devil, it's been a while since he homered. He had none this year in college. Get you the last time that Hunter Haas hit a home run. But for Hunter, his first of the summer, and it is a ballpark that plays fairly large for right-hand hitters to straightaway left. 340 down the left field line in the quarter, and it stays about that deep as it heads to the power alley at 357 in left center. In any event, he sneaks one over the left field fence. Here's Chase Mydroth. He takes a slider in for strike one. Hunter had been swinging the bat much better of late since the early start of the season. He powers a homer. 0-1 to Mydroth. Slider misses low. So a double and a homer to start things out in the 7th against Ben Peterson, who's now given up 5. 1-1. Chopped slowly foul off Mydroth's foot, and a 1-2 count on that curveball. For Hunter Haas, it's his first 2 RBIs of the season. Hunter hit 2 home runs in 2021 for ASU. And an injury-plagued 2022 for the Sun Devils, in which he really didn't play much at all and didn't hit a home run. 1-2 to Mydroth is fought off towards center. Hit pretty well, actually, but the center fielder DeLeo goes back and makes the catch. Nice running grab for the first out here in the 7th.
The first baseman, number 7.
Hunter's last home run came on May the 15th, 2021 at home at ASU against Oregon State. So it has been over a full calendar year since Hunter got to round the bases on a round tripper. First one to Caden Connor. A fastball drops in strike one over the inside quarter. It's Hunter's first hit of the day and first 2 RBIs of the season. 0-1 to Connor. He swings and lifts it foul left side.
Caden Connor, Sam, when we were talking to him at batting practice today, he said, oh, the bats will wake up today. It's a 7 o'clock game. Don't worry, they were asleep yesterday. He wasn't lying.
Those extra 2 hours from the normal 5 o'clock starts, I guess the bats used for a nap. 0-2. Slider misses down and in because they are awfully energized, especially in the back half of this one. 3 in the 6th for the Red Sox, 2 here in the 7th. And Hunter Haas, the first time this season, he batted above the 6th spot in the order. 0-2, misses down and in again, rather now 2-2. On Caden Connors, the scoreboard had that one wrong. Peterson working out of the full windup from the first base side of the rubber. 2-2 to Connor. He fights one off, popped up into shallow center. DeLeo coming in a long way and he gets there. DeLeo had to run a country mile to make that catch. He was playing Connor a little deep in straightaway center, but he got there. So a couple of F8s after the homer. Cole Carrig will bat. Carrig has reached 3 times today. He has been all over this one for the Red Sox. A single, a walk, reached on an error. He has scored all 3 times. He swings at the first pitch, lifts it out to right. Over goes Hogan, gets under it towards the line and makes the catch and ends the inning. The Red Sox tack on 2 more as Hunter Haas hits his first home run of the summer, a 2-run shot. And at stretch time here at Veterans Field, the Red Sox lead the Anglers 8-1. Bottom 7, we hope you stretched, as here from the best seats in the house to see a Red Sox 8-1 lead erupt here at Veterans Field. It's Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez. Zach Veen is back out for his third inning of work for the Red Sox. He gets Cooper Ingle, Matt Hogan, and Adonis Herrera, 2 lefties and a righty, to face him here in the home half of the 7th. The Red Sox again leading 8-1. They've opened up what was once a 3-1 lead wide here with 3 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. Veen left on left. His first pitch, a slider that just misses the outside corner, says home plate umpire Jeff Kinney. Veen came in relief of Grant Taylor, who went the first 4, gave up 2 hits and a run. With 3 walks, he struck out 7. A little bit erratic today, but he missed lots of bats and only gave up the 1 run, a solo homer to Guy Garibay. Infield shifted right, 1-0 here. Chopped off the mound slowly to the third baseman Haas. His throw is in time to Caden Connor, 1 away.
Did Hunter Haas start a new sleep schedule or some new vitamins that I didn't know about? I mean, maybe this guy's taking his fish oil in the morning. This is ridiculous. That was a fantastic play on a ball that died 2 hops into the slow infield and a bullet of a throw across his body. Hunter said this is the first time he's played baseball consistently in over a year, and boy, he looks right at home.
He is settling into his own with these Whitey Red Sox. His first home run of the year in the top of the 7th, playing third base for the first time this season, and he looks great over there at the hot corner. First one coming here, swing and a miss to a pinch hitter, a right-handed hitter for Chatham. It's Chuck Ingram who has come in to hit for Matt Hogan. So the right fielder for Chatham done for the day. A strikeout and a walk in his 2 trips. 0-1 on its way to Ingram is fouled off right side. Quick 0-2 count on the Wichita State slugger. Kansas City, Missouri native, who is hitting just .115 on the season. 3 out of 26. Been a slow start. Came off the bench last night. Went 0 for 1 with a strikeout in that no-hitter against the Firebirds. Every Chatham Angler took an 0 for last night. 0-2, fastball just missed away. They're not getting no hit tonight, but only 2 hits through the first now 6 1/3. The Red Sox pitching staff again throwing up a wonderful game on the mound. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball away from Ingram. He cut through it for the second out here for Zach Veen. It's his 4th strikeout in relief here in his 3rd inning. And Adonis Herrera will swing with 2 out and none on. Red Sox looking to get back in the win column after a loss yesterday against the Katuitt Kettleers, who beat them 4-1, but 8 runs on the board for the Red Sox today. Should be plenty against a struggling Chatham offense. It's 8-1 with 2 out here in the 7th. On its way to Herrera, fouled back. Tomorrow, the Red Sox on the road once again as they get the other side of that double or a no-hitter as the Orleans Firebirds host them at Eldridge for the 2nd time this season. Veen in 0-1. Missed well away. Changeup. 1-1 to Adonis Herrera, who has twice batted and twice struck out, once swinging and once looking. Infield fairly straight up. Cole Carrick, the shortstop, is shaded well towards the hole between 3rd and short. Lots of space up the middle for Herrera. Infield straight up as well. 1-1. Popped up foul towards the Red Sox bullpen and gets out of play. Should say the outfield playing straight up for Adonis Herrera. Herrera, a late addition to this Chatham Anglers roster, as he calls time at home plate. Herrera was added to this roster fairly late in the game when Tom Holliday saw him play and said he needed another infielder. He liked him. 1-2. Missed high fastball. Herrera, a Bronx, New York native, plays his baseball at JUCO at Western Oklahoma State, where he hit .403 this year with 14 homers. Just a 217 hitter this summer. Has been a bit humbled by Cape Cod pitching. 2-2. Off the fist, a pop-up, back of second. Chase Mydroth in a shallow right center. He makes the catch one-handed to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Anglers against Zach Veen. He's thrown 3 perfect innings of relief, looking fantastic for the Red Sox, who hold a 8-1 lead as we head to the 8th here at Veterans Field.
Here we go. I'll read them as fast as humanly possible.
Top half of the 8th inning here at Veterans Field. The Red Sox lead the Chatham Anglers 8-1. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez taking you through the final 2 frames of regulation here in Chatham. Johnny Long will pinch hit for Mike Bovey, get him some rest for the remainder of this one as we head into the back half of this blowout. The first one from Ben Peterson to the right hand hitting Long is a strike, a slider running away on the outside corner to Johnny Long. And the 0-1, a fastball misses high. Peterson in his 3rd inning of relief. It has not gone particularly well. The Red Sox got 3 and then 2 in the last 2 innings as the 1-1 is grounded up the 3rd baseline. Herrera on the backhand. High throw, Grice off the bag. He tags him safe. Long touched the bag before he got tagged. We'll see how they call it. Perhaps the 3rd error of the game for Chatham. In any event, Johnny Long is on at first to lead off the 8th. And we'll get another pinch hitter as Luke Franzoni will hit for Jack Costello. And it will be an E5 that gets Long aboard first to start the 8th inning. First one home to Franzoni, a slider strike. 3rd error committed by Chatham in this one. That one a throwing error by Herrera. 0-1. Another slider, another strike. Called to Franzoni.
And again, that has to be the biggest surprise today. They had 4 errors on the summer coming in, Sam.
Now 3 in this one. 0-2 to Franzoni is swung on and missed for strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Franzoni dispatched quickly. Long holding at first with 1 out now in the 8th.
The left fielder, number 11, Jordan Thompson.
And here's Jordan Thompson, who's had maybe the biggest day of any Red Sox. He's got 2 hits and 3 trips. Both hits are 2-run singles. He's driven in 4 today of the Red Sox 8 runs after having just 3 RBIs on the day, or coming into the day. First one to Thompson. Fastball misses away. Thompson playing in front of his college coach today, Jay Jackson. 1-0 upstairs. Jay in attendance to see some LSU stars in this one after checking out the Red Sox and Kettleers at Red Wilson Field yesterday to see one of his incoming transfer recruits, and Christian Little, who started for Katuitt. 2-0. He's rolled to the left side. Herrera gives way to Brown, the shortstop on the backhand. Long throw to first in time. Nice play by Marcus Brown, the shortstop. Up to second goes Johnny Long, now with 2 out.
The center fielder, number 18, Homer Bush Jr.
So Thompson, 2 of 4 today. Probably hits for the last time there. And Homer Bush will look to get on the board with a runner on second and 2 out. Homer 0 for 3 today. First one from Peterson is rolled right to the second baseman where Daly is freshly into the game. He throws out Homer Bush and ends things here in the top half of the 8th at Veterans Field. Let's head out to the bottom of the 8th. Sox lead the Anglers 8-1. Back here at Veterans Field, where the Red Sox lead the Chatham Anglers 8-1. We've got some changes in the field and a new pitcher for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 8th. It's Sam Lebowitz and Carlo Jimenez from the best seats in the house on the microphone, and Baden Root takes over on the mound for the Red Sox. The changes in the field include Gunnar Goldsmith playing left. Caden Connor looks like he moves from first to right. Luke Franzoni stays in the game at first. Hunter Haas will move from third to second. Jordan Thompson moves from left to third. A myriad of changes for Scott Pickler's crew, who have this game in cruise command. And it looks like it will be Baden Root to take us home in this one. Root's third appearance for the Red Sox. The Oklahoma State right-hander has yet to allow an earned run as a Red Sox. He's pitched 2 games, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, lots of twos. He's yet to allow a hit in his 2 appearances. He gets Guy Garibay Jr., and then the top of the Chatham lineup here in this bottom half of the 8th. A ball is loose out in right center, so Caden Connor will motor over to the gap and toss it back over to a fan who lost it, probably playing catch. A couple of young fans trot up that hill in right center beyond the fence. First one home to Garibay is taken. A fastball missed away at 91. Garibay has the biggest swing for Chatham tonight, really the only big swing for Chatham. He's secured their lone run on the scoreboard with a solo homer back in the 3rd. 1-0. Fastball strike inside corner. 91 again from Root. Root, a fastball slider guy who struggled a bit with the command in his first season for Oklahoma State after having transferred from Ohio State, where he spent 3 seasons. 1-1. There's the slider, missed inside. We'll see Mitchell Daly hit for the first time. He's on deck. Came into this game for Rock Riggio in the 7th. Has yet to bat. 2-1. Fastball strike outside corner. 2-2 count on Garibay. 3 perfect innings in relief for Zach Veen. Pitched the 5th, 6th, and 7th. did not allow a base runner. He was brilliant. 2-2. Fastball missed away. 92 from Root. 4 strikeouts in those 3 perfect frames for Zach Veen, as he faced the minimum, who he was in relief of Grant Taylor. 3-2 home. Popped up foul back towards the press box and out of play. Root missed lots of bats at Oklahoma State this year, more than 10 strikeouts per 9, but a career-high walk rate in his 4 college seasons led to an inflated ERA. Pitching here on a 3-2, and it's lifted towards right center, hit pretty well. Caden Connor and Homer Bush converging. It's Bush as they almost collide, but Bush comes up with the baseball. A line out to right center that almost spelled disaster for the Red Sox. Caden Connor was playing towards that gap and probably would have gotten to that ball had Bush not, but in any event, it is the first out here in this bottom of the 8th for Baden Root. And we get Mitch Daly hitting for the first time. The Texas infielder, the Longhorn, was activated today. The everyday second baseman for Texas, right-hand hitter, steps in and takes a slider on the outside corner. Daly, his freshman year, was a good enough one to earn him all Big 12 first-team honors. 0-1. Taking away another slider. Overall, hit .237 this year with 4 homers. Finished the year struggling. His last 10 games, he hit .083, just 2 for 24. But hit .316 as a freshman the previous year. 1-1. Slider misses away. Mitch Daly, a Army brat who has moved around a lot. His father, Edward, a 4-star general in the U.S. Army. On a 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball blew it by him. Count 2-2 on Daly. Hitting his first at-bat as a Chatham Angler after being activated today. Came into the game for Rock Riggio, who went 0 for 3. And a 2-2. Slider in there, strike 3 called. He got him looking. First strikeout for Root today. That's the second out here in the 8th.
The center fielder from Georgia Tech, number 2, Jake DeLeo.
Jake DeLeo will hit DeLeo's 0 for 3. Another right-hand hitter for Root to contend with. Couple of flyouts and a ground out for DeLeo. Infield straight up, first pitch home. Fastball misses high. Jake DeLeo on an 0-1 takes a fastball outside corner. Jake DeLeo, when asked what major leaguer he wants to be like, he said, "I want to be like Jake DeLeo."
Good answer.
He's got a 1-1 coming. And he chops one slowly up the third base line. It curls foul. 1-2 on the Georgia Tech outfielder, who was a .286 hitter this year. Only played in 29 games this year for Georgia Tech. About a half season of work there. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him chasing a slider. Good spinner there from the blonde right-hander, Baden Root, who works a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th inning and moves us along to the 9th. The Red Sox leading the Chatham A's 8-1 here at Veterans Field.
University of Georgia.
We enter the ninth inning here at Veterans Field, and we get a bit of a treat as Caden Grice, the tall left-hander who has played first all day for Chatham, will slide over about 30 feet or so onto the bump and pitch this ninth inning for the Anglers. He faces a pinch hitter here. Fernando Gonzalez hits for Luke Schliger. The first one is 90 miles an hour, a strike by Caden Grice, who has pitched before. Recently, in fact, a guy who has pitched in college for Clemson. 0-1 to Gonzalez is fouled off. But he did not pitch much this year. He was a two-way guy as a true freshman. 0-2. Misses down and in at 91. He's 6'6", and he's got experience on the bump. Why not? Tom Holliday has said that he wants to get Grice on the mound. But this is Grice's first appearance as a pitcher this season. 1-2. Fouled off. Gonzalez pinch hitting for Schliger, who went 2 for 4 today. A double, a stolen base, and a run scored. Hunter Haas to follow, and Chase Meidroth after him. As the Red Sox lead the Anglers 8-1 here at Veterans Field. 1-2 is looked at for strike 3 called on the outside corner. Got him with an off-speed pitch. Grice showing off a little changeup there. And Gonzalez set aside in his pinch hitting appearance. First K for Grice. Noah Ledford will play first base the rest of the way as Grice shifts to the mound. Not exactly sure about the batting order, how this fits in for the Anglers. Hunter Haas steps in. First pitch takes a strike. Hunter Haas 1 for 4 today, but that one a big swing. His last time up, he uncorked a 2-run homer. His first on the summer. 0-1, cut on and missed a changeup.
Grice appeared in 7 games, Sam, this past spring. 6 innings of work, 4 hits, just 2 earned runs for a nice 3 ERA. He was the deciding pitcher in 2 of those 6 appearances, won 2 games.
Here's an 0-2. Low. He is large, and he's already touched about 90-91 off the bump in this outing. 1-2. In the dirt, a changeup. But Grice, a guy who, with all of his raw power from the left-handed batter's box, tough not to use him as an offensive player. But being used here as a pitcher, here's a 2-2. Inside a fastball, brushed Hunter Haas back. So a full count here to Hunter Haas on its way. Low for ball 4. He missed with a fastball. So Grice's first walk. Hunter Haas reaches for the second straight time. He's aboard with one away. Gunnar Goldsmith will hit for the first time. He came in the game for Chase Meidroth. He's playing left field. Last time the Red Sox were in the field. Switch hitter batting right. First one to him. Strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Gunnar this year a .250 hitter, 6 out of 24. Last played at Harwich 2 days ago. 0-1. He's nubbed foul at home plate. 0-2. Got 2 at-bats. He went 1 for 2. He's 3 out of his last 5. In his last 2 games, had 2 hits in the second game of the doubleheader against Falmouth on Sunday. That was his last start. Oh, 2 from Grice. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup. So Grice gets that one to fade away from Goldsmith's bat. Second strikeout for Grice. And It's the second out. Caden Connor will hit here with the runner on first. Connor today has walked and singled in 4 trips to the plate, 1 for 3. He's scored. First one is rolled to the right side. The first baseman, Ledford, feels he'll take it himself to the bag in time to end the inning here in the top of the 9th. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th here in Chatham. The Red Sox leading the Anglers 8-1 on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Bottom of the 9th, last chance for the Chatham Anglers, who trail your Whitey Red Sox 8-1. What started a close game has turned into a little bit of a blowout in the back half of this one here at Veterans Field. Sam Lebowitz and Carlo Jimenez taking you home. We appreciate you spending your Thursday evening with us. We started at 7, now a little past 9:30 on your dial. And a new arm for the Red Sox will try to finish this one out. It's the right-hander heading to Arizona. Chris Bowe will pitch for his 5th appearance this summer. Chris pitching to a 1.86 ERA across his first 4 outings. He's thrown 9 2/3 with 10 strikeouts. A couple of extended outings in the beginning of the season. His most 2 recent ones have been more classic relief roles. Here's Marcus Brown, swings at the first pitch, right back to Chris Bowe. And he fires to Luke Franzoni in time, 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out as Brown set aside. And Caden Grice, the first baseman, then the pitcher now, will hit. Grice today, a walk, a strikeout, a ground out, 0 for 2. Started this game playing at first, now plays on the mound through a scoreless 9th inning. Big left-hand hitter against Bowe. The right-hander, first pitch, fouled off. Bowe, who's heading to Arizona by way of the College of Southern Nevada, the same JUCO program that produced Bryce Harper. Bowe has earned himself a Division I offer. 0-1 misses away. And as we've mentioned, I think every time that Chris has pitched, Chris with Icelandic roots, his father from Iceland, played basketball for the national team of Iceland. 1-1, loop towards center, a base hit on a soft liner for Caden Grice. He punches it over Cole Carrick's head. And with him aboard at first, the 3rd hit for Chatham in this game. Nelson Rivera will hit in place of Dominic Temez. So one right-handed catcher takes the spot of another right-handed catcher. Temez struck out in all 3 of his at-bats in this game. Rivera, just a 100 hitter. He's only batted 10 times, 1 for 10, out of the University of South Florida. First one home. It's a slider that misses low. Rivera has mostly been coming in as a defensive substitution late in games for Temez. 1-0, foul back. Carlo, Chris Bowe, did you know, is an avid shoe collector?
You're teaching me things.
1-1. Slider missed away. Where do you stand on the subject of shoe collecting? Are you what the kids call a sneakerhead, Carlo?
Sam, you've seen my shoes. I got 2 beat-up pairs of Vans that look like they should have been thrown away 6 months ago. Do you think I collect shoes?
I would wager against that proposition.
Ding, ding, ding.
2-1. Fastball in at the knees at 93 from Bowe, a strike.
That isn't to say I don't respect people who collect shoes. It is not easy, a lot of refreshing, a lot of trying to beat the bots who are trying to grab shoes before you, trying to flip shoes.
I'm with you, however. 2-2. Slider in there, strike 3 called. He got him in at the knees. That's the second out. And the first strikeout for Chris Bowe. And the Anglers are down to their final strike, and Noah Ledford will hit for the first time. He's in the spot where Chuck Ingram pinch hit for Cooper Ingle. First pitch to the left-hand hitting Ledford is put up in the air to left center. This will do it. Moving over towards the gap gunner Goldsmith. He's under it. He makes the catch. And that'll do it here from Veterans Field. A commanding 8-1 win for the YD Red Sox as they stomp into Veterans and stomp on the Anglers. After a loss yesterday against Cotuit, a good rebound performance for the Red Sox. 8 runs on 8 hits. 4 RBIs in this one for Jordan Thompson. A 2-run home run for Hunter Haas, who Carlo Jimenez is going to speak to postgame. Keep an eye on our social media for that postgame interview. And brilliant pitching from the contingent of Grant Taylor, Zach Veen, Baden Root. And here in the 9th, Chris Bowe locking it down with a scoreless frame. And Carlo, a good bounce back for the Red Sox, who really needed it after a tough loss yesterday at the hands of the Western Division leading Cotuit Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, the Bats woke up today. Caden Connor was not lying to us. This is a fantastic performance. And you hand it to the Red Sox, Sam, a team that didn't leave a whole lot of guys on base today. By my quick count here, just 4 guys left on base all night. That's fantastic. If you're YD, they took advantage of runners on. They played their baseball. And it continues to be a different guy every night. And I think that's what's most promising to me. Cole Carrick finds a swing today. Bovey didn't have it coming back from that back issues, but Hunter Haas picks things up. It's just a new guy every night, and that's how you win championships down the road. Everyone has to participate and contribute, and they did.
The Red Sox get their 10th victory of the season. They advance to 10-5-2. The Anglers to 4-11-2. For the Red Sox, after that tough-fought loss yesterday against Cotuit, this is a game in which you wanted to come here and you wanted to win. The games that you need to win against these cellar-dwelling teams, it's been a really rough start for these Chatham Anglers. They were no hit last night. To come in here and lose after a loss yesterday would have not felt great for the Red Sox, but this is a game that they wanted to win, a game they really had to come bounce back and win, and a commanding effort, a really clean game for these Red Sox.
Yeah, they didn't make any fielding errors today, and you take good momentum into Orleans tomorrow. Another late start against a team that's playing well. There's a lot of power in this Eastern Division. You think about Brewster, who has been on a hot streak. Orleans is playing really well as of late after their slow start. And this YD team who's also playing well. It doesn't get easier, and you hope to continue what has been a pretty good week so far for YD. A good bounce-back win. And we'll see if they can take it into tomorrow. And then you get Jared Lyons starting the day after.
We're about a third of the way through the season. The Red Sox have built themselves a nice lead and look to continue to build that Eastern Division lead tomorrow at Orleans. Carlo mentioned it. It's a 6:30 start from Eldridge Park. We'll have the call. Carlo will be your primary play-by-play man in that one, and I'll be on color for the majority. You can join us there here on our Red Sox YouTube page or wherever you watch our games. In this one, for the Red Sox, 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Anglers, 1 run on 3 hits with 3 errors. An 8-1 win for the Red Sox here at Veterans Field. And we're signing off. We'll see you tomorrow from Eldridge Park.